The PlayStation 4's 2018 has already been great with a lot of fantastic games. A lot of those games, we were expecting them to be great. Games like Monster Hunter World, Dragon Ball FighterZ, the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Going in, we were very excited for those games, and they delivered. But 2018 is also bringing with it a lot of underrated games that are surprising us with how great they are. And that's what we want to cover in this video. We're going to be taking a look at 5 PlayStation 4 games from 2018 so far that surprised us with how great they were. Maybe some of you were looking forward to these games, but they weren't the mainstream juggernauts comparatively speaking to a lot of other games, but they delivered in terms of quality. So with that being said, let's get right into this. Attack on Titan 2. Now with this game, we did have a previous game to go by in terms of expecting what to get from it quality-wise, and Attack on Titan 2 turned out to be a very solid follow-up to Attack on Titan. This entry covers the second season of the anime, and with this being a Tecmo Koei product, once you've played a couple of the Tecmo Koei games, you've essentially played them all, but Attack on Titan is a little bit different. If you're a fan of AOT, you know that you can't do it like any other hack and slash game because you are fighting colossal beings. And with the inclusion of the maneuver gear, the Attack on Titan games are far different than other Tecmo Koei properties, and that's great, and they also deliver from a quality sense. Now, are you gonna really enjoy these games if you're not a fan of Attack on Titan? Probably not, but considering that Attack on Titan has become one of the most popular Japanese IPs from a worldwide setting as well, I'm sure a lot of you guys are fans of AOT, and these games are doing great in taking that IP and transitioning it into the video game world. Maybe the $60 price point is a little bit steep for you, but if you find it at a discount, definitely grab this if you're a fan of Attack on Titan. Next up, we have Celeste. Celeste is a game that really took the gaming world by storm. Another game that nobody really saw coming, and it's a platformer where you play as a girl named Madeline as she makes her way up a mountain while avoiding various deadly obstacles. You can jump, you can climb, and she has the ability to perform a mid-air dash in any direction. The gameplay on the surface seems rather simplistic, but the game design in Celeste is so great, and really it establishes a new bar for platform gameplay. That might sound like very high praise, but Celeste is that good of a game. And visually, while it's not a technical juggernaut, say like a Monster Hunter World or a Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's got a very nice art style that's very charming. Best of all, it is a budget game, so if you're a fan of platformers, Celeste is an absolute must-buy. Next up, Ikono Class. I was so happy that Ikono Class delivered from a critical standpoint because this is a game that's been in development for a very long time, going back to 2010. Yes, this game has been in development for 8 years. And once again, looking at this game on the surface, you might be left scratching your head saying, wow, this game took 8 years to develop. Well, things like this happen in the game development world. Regardless, Ikono Class released earlier this year and it absolutely delivered. The game itself is a very charming 2D platformer with Metroidvania elements. Your gameplay revolves around exploring, fighting enemies, and solving various puzzles. It has a little bit of a story too, and just like Celeste, Ikono Class is a very charming game in terms of its aesthetical design. On top of its great presentation, visually, it also has a great soundtrack to go along with that, so if you're a fan of Metroidvania-styled experiences, Ikono Class is one to check out. Make sure this is one on your radar, and at the very least, down the line, pick it up while it's on sale. Next up is a game that a lot of gamers were excited for, but I don't think we were expecting it to be as good as it was, and that was A Way Out. A Way Out was an EA published game, so right away a lot of gamers were a little bit hesitant, but A Way Out is definitely different than a lot of EA published experiences, although EA has been trying to publish a lot of unique games recently. We saw that with Unraveled, and A Way Out at the very least is a unique game. It's a cooperative only game, which might sound like a turnoff, but keep in mind that this game was designed from the ground up to be a cooperative experience, and it raises the bar for cooperative gameplay. For so long, there have been gamers wanting great cooperative games, whether it be couch co-op or online co-op, and a lot of games have been straying away from that, but A Way Out is a terrific cooperative game. It embraces cooperative gameplay. It's not just a tacked-on mode, and it's a truly unique experience in terms of game design and storytelling, and by the way, that story in A Way Out is absolutely terrific. Yes, it's a co-op only game. You can't play it by yourself, but it's a $30 budget title, and guess what? If one person buys the game, you can invite a friend to play for absolutely free. You have no reason to check out A Way Out. The only reason not to check out A Way Out is if you literally don't have anyone to play the game with. Yes, I can kind of understand that, but at that point, you should just be going out and trying to make some friends. I'm sorry to be a little harsh, but A Way Out is a fantastic game. Find yourself a friend to play it with, and it is a terrific, terrific experience.
See that tower? Yeah, that's where we're heading. I was convicted for the murder of my own brother. I'm gonna set things right. For me and for my family. Did you hear about the weather? I did. It's our window. We'll leave tonight.
And finally, Moss. Moss is the lone PlayStation VR title we decided to put on this list, and while it is a PSVR title, this is arguably the best PlayStation VR title so far. Now, that might not be saying a lot. PlayStation VR as a platform, while it's had some unique experiences, it hasn't had a lot of terrific games, but Moss is a really solid game, and like A Way Out, where it was developed ground up as a cooperative experience, Moss wasn't one of those games that was built for a controller and then VR was just tacked on. No, it was created ground up for the PlayStation VR, and it really utilizes VR to enhance its gameplay. The game itself is a first-person adventure game, and it's a very charming game. Right away when you look at the gameplay, sure, this isn't a mature game that's going to be a super engrossing experience, but it is very fun, it's very lovable, and yes, it is rather simplistic in game design, but when using PlayStation VR, you kind of have to be simplistic, and that's really when a VR works the best. And yes, it's a short game, but it's a lot of fun for the time that you play it. Is Moss a PlayStation VR system seller? I wouldn't say so, but if you've already got the headset, if you want a new game to play that really utilizes VR in a quality way, Moss is gonna be that game.
Your bond with Quill grows strong.
So that wraps up 5 surprisingly great PlayStation 4 games of 2018 so far. What do you think? Have you checked out these games? Are there games we missed? We're gonna continue to cover underrated gems that have released throughout the year, so for sure expect future updates to the series. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.